Hello everyone and welcome to another Late Night Sprites video. Today I kind of just wanted to have like a chill chat, put on a good indie game for some background footage. So we're going to go with Freedom Planet. We're going to go with Freedom Planet because this game's awesome. But today I wanted to talk about summer movie season actually. I know you might be like, summer movie season? What do you mean? It's September. Well, summer's basically over. Summer's over. We had summer. I know some people question when summer starts. Some people say like May, because I see a lot of like press people call the beginning of May summer movie season. Like the summer has begun. And I think that's okay. I think summer is June, July, and August. There are 4 seasons. December, January, February. Winter. March, April, May. Spring. Summer. June, July, August. And, of course, fall. You know, September, October, November. I just split it up into 3s. But lately, for some reason, summer movies have been classified as, like, from May till the end of August. And that's okay. I'm not here to debate that, but I wanted to talk about the summer movie season of 2024. Not every movie individually, that would take forever, and I mean, that would require me to go see Borderlands, and Twisters, and Planet of the Apes. The hit movie that Bad Ape came from. Everybody loves Bad Ape, or at least everybody on TikTok did for a while. I think maybe even on YouTube Shorts. But I want to talk about my personal movie season of 2024 because I technically only saw 3 summer movies. I saw The Fall Guy, I saw Inside Out 2, and I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, I wanted to bring this up as a discussion and talk about the summer movie season of 2024 because, well, here on Late Night Sprites, I'm trying to branch out, do more than just reviews and shorts. And that means discussing things, kind of like in a fun podcast-like format. Talking about whatever's on my mind. And I was thinking about this because last year we had Mario, Spider-Verse, Oppenheimer, Barbie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, Blue Beetle, for better or worse, The Flash, Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. And then just so many more. Gran Turismo. We had multiple video game adaptations last year. It was kind of funny. And I'm so excited for quite a few movies this year. I'm really excited for Sonic. And I'm really excited for the Saturday Night movie. The Saturday Night Live movie, that is. And I'm cautiously optimistic about The Wild Robot. Because I have been recently getting into a lot of DreamWorks animation that I missed. Like, I mean, recently. It took me this year to watch all the Kung Fu Panda movies. And I'm currently making my way through the How to Train Your Dragon movies. But I only saw 3 movies, when last year I saw a lot more. And it makes me wonder what is going on with movies. Because we see those announcements at, like, D23. Where, right now, we're getting all of these sequels, Zootopia 2, Frozen 3, Toy Story 5, and all of these other ones, and then we're getting like a Pixar TV show, and a, how do I phrase, like this original movie about the scientist with the beaver. I'm very interested in that, but that's just because it's an original one. But then it's live action Snow White, live action Lilo and Stitch, and you know, Doctor Doom and the Avengers and Fantastic Four and all of this stuff. And I'm okay with that, but it did make me wonder what happened to the movies in 2024. Because I feel like the releases were way more sparse. Movies like Inside Out 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine have been kind of running the box office lately. Now, there have been some movies that have done decently well, like Despicable Me 4, and apparently domestically Twisters, but we haven't had anything big. It surprises me that Sonic is coming out around Christmas. That not just Sonic Boom, but Transformers isn't coming out over the summer. And I'm not saying that these movies are exclusively summer movies, but it just got me thinking what happened to 2024 in movies. We're getting all these announcements for 2025 and 2026, and they are very exciting. I mean, I'm quite excited for the next Mario movie. I'm very excited for the next Mutant Mayhem, and I cannot wait, and I will be there the second that Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out. I will be there. Spider-Verse are like some of my favorite movies ever, but it was kind of crazy to see a summer without DC doing anything. We have Superman next summer. A summer where Marvel only had one movie that they really banked on with Deadpool and Wolverine. It was really good. I had a lot of fun with it, but it's just crazy to think about that. Now, Nicole Kidman at the AMC did say all the reasons that we go to the movies. And I'm not going to quote that, but I did make a short about it once, and I'm very proud of it. You should look it up if you would like to. But it's just something that was really on my mind. So I guess these are just kind of like random rambles with gameplay attached to them. And I just decided to record this because I was like, what is going on with 2024? Not just that, but a lot of movies are underperforming that aren't Deadpool and aren't Despicable Me and aren't Inside Out 2. Now, Kung Fu Panda 4 did fine. Dune did fine, and that's great. Everybody's gotta love Dune. But then there were all these movies that a lot of, people didn't go see. There was Borderlands, and people didn't see that for a obvious reason. But then there was also Trap, that M. Night Shyamalan movie. Alien Romulus is like the last big movie of this summer. And I just find the juxtaposition really fascinating. When last year there seemed like there was so much coming out here and there were quiet weekends. Movies had time to breathe. And I want to ask you, feel free to leave a comment. What do you prefer? Do you prefer movies coming out like all the time during the summer? Or do you like it where something comes out and gets like 1 or 2 weeks to itself? Me personally, I kind of like the summer movie season where a lot of stuff is coming out, because then you get like Mission Impossible, and then Oppenheimer and Barbie on the same day, and you get these really, really cool like major events. I mean, this year I know some people might think of Garfield and Furiosa over Memorial Day as a major event, but I don't think Furiosa caught on the way Barbenheimer did. And I know that people are going to keep trying to pair up other movies, but a Barbenheimer has to happen naturally. A friend of mine said that, and I couldn't agree with him more. But when it comes to the movies of this summer, I would say that my favorite was probably Inside Out 2. The Fall Guy was definitely a sleeper hit. If you have Peacock or want to go buy the DVD or rent it and you want a solid rental, honestly rent The Fall Guy. It is a really funny, really charming movie with a lot of really good action in it. I thoroughly enjoyed it and actually really want to watch it again. But Inside Out 2 really surprised me, because when I saw the trailers for it, I really didn't know how to feel, just because we've been so used to so many sequels lately. We've been used to all of these animated movies getting sequels. Some of them good, some of them not so good. Some of them like Wreck-It Ralph 2, for example, or other Pixar sequels. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the second Incredibles movie, or Monsters University, or Finding Dory. I'm not a big fan of any of those, but this is honestly one of the best Pixar sequels I've ever seen. And Deadpool and Wolverine was absolutely delightful. I'm not going to go into it because it's an R-rated movie and I don't want to spoil it, and I do try to keep things family friendly, but I will say that I did see it and had fun with it. It wasn't my favorite Deadpool movie, though. I think I still prefer the second one. That, for reasons that maybe someday I'll review it. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a way to do a G-rated review of an R-rated movie. I'll find the way. I'll find the magic formula, and it will be great. But that was kind of my thoughts. So, in terms of all of the movies that came out in 2024, what ones were your favorites so far? Did you like Kung Fu Panda 4? Did you like Inside Out 2? Did you love Deadpool and Wolverine? I bet you did. I haven't really met many people who hate it, but I could be wrong. If you want to prove me wrong, feel free to. But that was just something that I was thinking about that I wanted to really talk about. Because last year had a ton of games and a ton of movies, where this year it feels like there are just so many games, so many indie games and AAA games, and at the time of this recording, so many games coming out. I'm so excited. But not a lot of movies. I want to see that Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up, but that doesn't have a release date. I still want Coyote vs. Acme to be released. They could do that. That'd be nice. Warner Brothers could, do a solid and actually release their movies, as hard as it may be for them. How do I get around here? There we go. It's been a while since I played the first Freedom Planet. I still need to play the second one a bit more, but I loved playing this, especially back during like the Wii U days. I absolutely loved this. This is a great game. You should pick up both of them if you have not. I like the first one because it has this like arcade mode that lets you just go through all the levels with no story and cutscenes and makes it feel like a classic game, and I think that is nothing short of fantastic. But the second one doesn't have that, and I wonder if there's ever going to be a third. Who knows? Hopefully. It'd be nice. Galaxy Trail makes some really good games. They also make Grapple Force Rena, which was supposed to get a Switch port, but still has yet to get one, so I'm still wondering about that. I may have it on Steam, but I would love to see it get the Switch port that they said it was gonna get. Gotta defeat the block enemy. If you like Sonic and would love a mix of Sonic or Gunstar Heroes, definitely play Freedom Planet. But this isn't a Freedom Planet video. Well, I guess this is a little bit of everything. Just kind of talking about that. We talked about the movies. In terms of upcoming games, I am beyond excited for Mario and Luigi Brothership. I have been playing Astrobot, and I want to do a video on it at some point, but I do want people to be able to find the Easter eggs and enjoy the game and such. I don't want to really spoil it, because there's nothing really story intensive, but there's a lot of really nice things in the game that deserve to be discovered and not spoiled. I'm really excited for Plucky Squire, for Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Victory Heat Rally, the Marvel Collection. At the time of this recording, that is a week away, and I am so excited. I've also been playing the Miles Edgeworth, the collection, namely the second one, because I owned the first one on DS and beat it. I do intend on revisiting the first Investigations, but I've been waiting so long for Investigations 2 to get localized, and it is so amazing that it's here. It is great. I'm really enjoying it. My favorite Ace Attorney games are the Great Ace Attorney, actually. Like, those two just bundled into one game are my favorite Ace Attorney of all time, but I can see Investigations being up there. If it keeps sticking where it is, then absolutely I could see it becoming one of my new favorites. I could see it becoming a game that I not necessarily replay all the time, but it is fun to revisit those. I've been revisiting some of the Professor Layton games in recent memory and having a blast with them. Oh, we turned the lights on. Let's get going. So, yeah, there's definitely that. I will say that coming up this month also, we are expected a thing from level 5. We are expected a presentation from level 5 where they revealed the new news on Layton and they reviewed Deca Police. I'm really hoping Deca Police comes out next year because I think this year has so many releases that I don't really want to see it get swarmed. So I am hoping that Deca Police gets pushed to maybe like even early 2025. But I definitely want to play it. It looks amazing. We haven't heard much about it since its initial reveal, but I'm excited for that presentation. That's not until the end of the month. That some of the other games I would hope to see get revealed again, or I mean not get revealed, but get more news about is Pokemon Legends ZA. I am beyond excited about that. I loved Legends Arceus, so I am really excited for ZA and to see what that game entails, what the story is gonna be, everything about it. Oh, don't fall off the truck. There we go. We stopped the truck. Wish that'd be easy in a Sonic game. I wish Sonic would be able to stop the gun truck. One complaint I have against Freedom Planet 1 is that sometimes the stages definitely kind of drag for a bit. They, like, really go on. It's fine. I'm okay with it, but it is something that I want to point out at points. Get it? Because I just got stabbed by that big metal thing. Well, I think after this stage, we're gonna wrap up talking about a little bit of everything, talking about movies, upcoming games. My favorite games this year so far would have to be... I really enjoyed Princess Peach Showtime. If you like Kirby's Epic Yarn, it is basically a modern Kirby's Epic Yarn in the fact that you don't have a lot of abilities until you do a transformation of sorts, and then you have more abilities, and that's what the level is designed around, because that's what Epic Yarn was all about. Kirby would just have his little whip and his parasol ability and turning into the car, and he wouldn't be able to do much, but then the level was like, hey, turn into the penguin on the snowboard, or turn into a big robot. And I feel like Princess Peach Showtime is based off of a lot of the fundamentals from that. I also say that because they are both made by Good Feel. And my favorite Good Feel game is probably still Woolly World, because that is the closest we have gotten to a new Yoshi's Island game that really feels like classic Yoshi's Island. But, oh, let's not fall, let's not fall. Oh, there's a floor there. That's really nifty. Yoshi's Island is one of my absolute favorites. But Showtime was fun. Is it going to be my game of the year? Probably not. That's probably going to be Astrobot, maybe Echoes of Wisdom, maybe Brothership. Right now it's Astrobot because I am absolutely, truly loving that game. It is, for me, a near perfect game. And this is what I mean by the stage is going so long. We had to solve 2 puzzles outside, and now we have to solve 2 more gate puzzles inside. Like, maybe it should have been one of each. Maybe one outside and one inside. They're short, but it kind of halts the gameplay a little bit. Kind of stops things. Okay, there's that. I think the switch is up here, and then you... Yep. Push the switch. And then you run! Run from the spikes of doom! I love playing as Lilac because of doing the Dragon Dash. I love doing that. It's so fun. Cyclone! I think this one, yep, you fight the skeleton bird. And I think the weak point, yep, is the crystal. But as I was saying before I got sidetracked, Showtime is enjoyable. Thousand Year Door remake was great. It was an incredible remake. I did not play the Luigi's Mansion remake or Endless Ocean, but my favorite game so far this year is Astrobot. In terms of the indie game, seeing Duck Detective was really delightful. If you love like Ace Attorney style games and you have $8, then definitely pick up Duck Detective. It is absolutely worth it. I had a blast with that one. Penny's Big Breakaway. That game will probably get a full video at some point because I really liked it. I haven't played it since back in February when it first came out. It being shadow dropped was awesome, and I enjoyed it. I did have some problems with I almost said the color scheme. Control screen. Graphically, Penny's Big Breakaway is incredible, and music-wise, T-Lopes nailed it. But the control is something that took some getting used to. It was like riding a bike. Once you learned it, the game was way more fun. But that is a slight detriment that it's not crazy fun from the get-go, because you have to learn how to do all the yo-yo tricks. And it's fine, but it's good. It's like a 7 out of 10. I've been playing a bit of Star Wars Outlaws lately also. That game's fun too. There's a lot of fun games coming out this year. Games I'm interested in are the Epic Mickey remake, and a lot of my friends won't stop talking about Balatro. So maybe at some point I'll have to see what this Balatro is all about. In terms of 2024 releases, Princess Peach Showtime, Thousand Year Door, Monkey Ball. I did do Monkey Ball. That one was just okay. Monkey Ball was just okay. I didn't love it, but it was one of the better Monkey Ball games that we've gotten in a little bit of a while. The Forced Story mode was a little bit of a slog, though. Like, all the cutscenes in it were a little bit of a slog. But so many indie games, maybe I'll do, like, a list at the end of the year and talk about my favorites. Expect to see Astrobot, because I am over the moon with it. That's my first impressions of Astrobot. The control is great. The presentation's great. It is ultra charming. The Easter eggs are awesome, but they don't take away from the initial gameplay. The music is great. It's incredible. But I think that's going to wrap up for this installment. Just talking about a little bit of everything. But I hope you have an incredible day. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be working on tons of different content, whether it's reviews, discussions, maybe a video essay here and there, and tons of shorts. Tons of YouTube shorts. That's kind of the primary thing I do here. But until then, feel free to hit that subscribe button if you would like to. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, and I will see you on the next episode of Late Night Sprites. Take care.